These short video chapters around best practices and lessons learned are designed to help you succeed in growing your business. Dave Bauer is the Chief Financial Officer of Lubar & Company, a family office based in Milwaukee that has been investing in private businesses for over 40 years. David has agreed to share his insights with us today regarding successful business acquisitions. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate being here and look forward to the conversation.
David, you've had an extensive background of acquisitions of both small private companies and large public companies. What lessons have you learned about the components of successful acquisitions?
Well, Dan, we found, and we talk about a lot in our organization, three most important factors in any acquisition. Number one, management. Number two, management. And number three, management. So it's pretty important. Finding someone who's the right person, who has a successful track record, who has the right kind of character traits, integrity, openness, and also is willing to surround themselves with good people. We found that that's very important as well, with either functional or industry experts or advisors, can be very helpful. And also finally, we found because an acquisition can be almost intoxicating and possibly distracting to a management team, getting to a quick no, if that's the right answer, is also important.
On the flip side, if a business owner wants to sell their business, what's the best way for them to identify a potentially good buyer?
Dan, we get that question regularly in our organization. We have business owners calling us and talking to us about selling their business. What we found is that the engagement of an investment banker can be very, very helpful in the process. Finding one who's experienced in the industry and is willing to dedicate the right amount of time to the process can be very important. So I would suggest the investment banker can be very helpful to them.
Dave, in your role, you've coordinated many financings for new acquisitions. What lessons have you learned that you can share with our viewers?
For us, having the right capital structure in a transaction is very important. Having the right mix of debt and equity when we are in the middle of an acquisition is something we look at pretty closely. To do that, we tend to stress test the future projections against the credit agreement just to make sure we have enough room for future growth or possibly to address a downside that could occur in the business. And then finally, having a lender who's able to actually have all of the decision makers in the room when we're interacting with them is very important to us as well. We found that's actually getting harder and harder to find today in the market.
Dave, thank you for your insights today.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Please look for other chapters in our Business Insight series and tell us what you would like to know more about.